Don't know what this hand was, but it made sense in my brain. I'm not ready for you. Hey, my hair. Any Taylor Swift fans out there? You might be looking at me a bit confused because I know it says Black Hole Sun, VoicePlay cover, Soundgarden. Taylor Swift is the last person you think about in that connection. But myself and Ian have just released a cover of Fortnite over on my channel. Do go and check it out. It is, of course, Taylor Swift's most recent single, so do go and check it out. I hope you enjoy it. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Jennifer Glatzhofer, but you can call me Jen. I am a singer and a voice teacher, and today I am looking at VoicePlay's cover of Black Hole Sun by Soundgarden. I am so looking forward to these rock vocals. I was about to say from Ellie, but VoicePlay have surprised us, so I feel like there's going to be more, but I don't know. As always, this is a reaction and an analysis video, so I will be stopping and talking about the vocals. That's what I like to do over here. If you'd rather watch the full thing uninterrupted, then I have left the link to the original video in the description below. If you find yourself nodding along to some of the things that I'm saying, or just absolutely cracking up because I'm hilarious, do go and click on the link to my Patreon page. There's more content over there. There's lots of fun behind the scenes, more monthly chats that we can do, so thank you everyone who's over there already. Thank you so much for all of your support. Right, hit that subscribe button and the bell button, and let's get to VoicePlay's newest cover. Oh, I forgot to say that this one also features Anthony Gargiula, who we have seen in a couple over here now. Golden Hour and... oh, I can see it with the mirrors. What's that one? Was it Creep? I think that was right. It is Creep, and of course, Seven Nation Army as well. So we do know this blend, we do know this pairing of VoicePlay and Anthony Gargiula. Anyway, let's get to it.
In my eyes, indisposed, in disguises no one knows, hides the face, lies the snake, and the sun in my disgrace. Boiling.
These glitches, oh my gosh. Let's go right back to the beginning. I was not expecting that introduction because it was so different. We already had like subtle bell effects in there ascending. Then just to go to Caesar's solo, verse, but Caesar and Jeff on a bass line just together, just those two, so it wasn't anything else happening, and then we had the glitchiness happening. Anyway, let's just listen just to this introduction because what? That's like so fast paced as well, but then we get this beautiful connected from Ellie somewhere along those lines, but it's so we don't really hear Ellie in this. You know, he really shines through with his rock, distorted vocals. So whenever he does something that's a little bit more delicate, straight away as well, because I feel like we're going to go somewhere else with this. It's really, really nice. This lovely head-dominant mix voice. It's not heavy. It's just light, lovely and floaty. What a great way to start. That crescendo and stop.
In my eyes, indisposed.
And I'm sorry, I know I stopped there, but I just love that empty pause, and we can actually hear the breath before we get quite an empty start with it just being two vocals.
In my eyes, indisposed, in disguises no one knows, hides the face, lies the snake, and the sun in my disgrace.
Ooh, I love how that goes up. I feel like it goes down in the... I have heard the original, but not as much that I can kind of recall it in my brain straight away. But I love this kind of clear, but every so often Caesar's kind of pushing and playing a little bit with this kind of crackly, dry feel to his voice.
Hides the face, lies the snake, and the sun in my disgrace. A boiling heat, summer stench, neither black, the sky looks dead. Call my name through
son. Obviously, I've mentioned this before, that I have seen the video where Jeff talks about how Chris Cornell is a voice that he loves. And loves to play like around with vocally and stuff. So I love that they're doing this. I've seen as well that Ellie and Lane are the ones that have arranged this, which is exciting as well. I love visually how we do have the tenors right at the front. Let's see what happens as we progress on to the next part of the song. But let's talk about Anthony's voice. It has such like a natural tilt to his voice. And what I mean by that is we're getting this kind of sob feel right on the get-go, which is such a great tool to help us navigate through our mix, because we are we're not going to be heavy on our vocal folds and have a real, like, in order for us to hit a high note, we're not going to feel heavy and reached. We're actually going to be able to balance that through the mix, just like we're hearing here on this beautiful belt. What was that?
A boiling heat, summer stench.
That like, so boiling heat, that's a heat. And look at that drop. Boiling is I'm assuming it's that those are the lyrics. Black hole sun, I need to sing the title. Da, 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 blah. Boiling heat, yeah, that heat. So instantly here we can see a modification happening, because Anthony's going boiling heat, and he's actually keeping quite dark on that vowel. Don't know what this hand was, but it made sense in my brain. He's leaning like that. Then as soon as we get to this boiling in summer stench, he's actually brightening that up a heck of a lot on that stare and we can feel it's a lot more thicker, a lot more of a chest connection in there. Not that the other one didn't, but remember, we can play around with the balances. Not every belt is going to sound the same, and that's the joy of singing. We can play around with what makes sense.
Boiling heat, summer stench. Neither black, the sky looks dead. Call my name through the cream, and I'll hear you scream again.
That drop and like the effects after is so cool. What note does he just get before?
Through the cream, and I'll hear you.
Hear, and I'll hear. Is that right? And I'll hear. It's so beautiful and connected. Like, you can hear there's nothing else light at the top. It's just lovely vocal fold closure as well. Lovely and thick. Just getting the best resonant sound down there to help him. And we need to be able to have a developed chest voice and head voice to make those middle notes shine. His agility as well in these riffs.
My name through the cream, and I'll hear you scream again. Black hole sun, won't you come and wash away? Black hole sun, won't you come?
No, I need to stop there, because what? After I mentioned those things just about Anthony, I wanted to listen a little bit to the BVs. We get lovely sustained oohs, and then it kind of drops down to just the bass dropping down before we get into Jeff on the lead there with the beginning of the chorus. To that marvellous drop. What was Lane doing? He was doing all like... Let's go back. Why not?
Black hole sun, won't you come?
I love all that he has to use.
Black hole sun, won't you come? Won't you come? Won't you come?
Leah, I'm not ready for you. I'm not ready for you. There was a lovely brightness to Caesar's voice quality there on the this little end part of the chorus. Very, very bright. I felt like it was a little bit of a twang, slight higher placement of the larynx placement as well. Remember, that's going to be a tool that we can use to brighten up our overall sound, which is really clever to do after we get a very low drop from Jeff, right? It just goes, and then it's completely the opposite. So we're brought back to this next kind of section of the song.
Oh, son, won't you come? Won't you come? Won't you come? Stuttering, cold and damp, still the warm wind, tired friend. Times are gone.
He's got such a smoothness, Ellie, with his rock. He's just playing a little bit. He's like, I know what genre we're in. I'll give you a little bit of it, but I'm not going to give it to you just yet. I have no idea where this song's going to go with VoicePlay's arrangement. But I hope with Ellie arranging this, I mean, with any of them arranging this, they'll put Ellie where he needs to be put. But as in, which is best to shine his voice. But I hope he's done that for himself and been like, yeah. There's like a second vocal over his line. I can't see who's doing that or if it's just like an added effect after. Obviously, this is cyberpunk, #cyberpunk, #cover. So that's already, and obviously the feel around it. So that could also just be like an effect they've done after.
Won't you come? Stuttering, cold and damp, still the warm wind, tired friend. Times are gone for honest men, sometimes far too long for snakes in my shoes.
I'm here for Lane. Let's go. I love that honest descend of a BV line that they had all together, kind of coming off and focusing on that line.
Times are gone for honest men, sometimes far too.
It's really angelic, and it's really very quickly. Na 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 na. So fast. I'm not gonna be able to do it. Watch me. It's so fast. Okay, I'm going into Disney. Okay, let's go.
Times are gone for honest men, sometimes far too long for snakes in my shoes, walk and sleep in my youth.
Are we all going to come off on the vocals there? Okay, I like all these kind of hand movements. I know this is obviously singing live. They are clearly in this here, singing this. No, okay, this is pre-recorded and we're singing over the top. But when we are recording it, obviously we want to make sure that it feels like we are singing there and then on the spot. All these hand movements, all these kind of like, this is going to be something that we can just use to help get our body involved with these higher notes. It gives us a little bit of course engagement and an anchor point for us. Then do we hear again another eval from Anthony Gargiula, this time ear. We're dropping it again, kind of similar to the heat on sleep. He's also ascending, riffing up and ascending and maintaining such great connection, like the speed, the fullness of the sound, the connection, the vowel modification, the belt. Sir.
Far too long for snakes in my shoes, walk and sleep.
Sleep, walk and sleep. He actually starts at sleep. He starts off quite like and then it opens up to this air vowel, and there's a little bit of distortion right at the end. But just by dropping that, we are allowing a lot more of a thicker connection because there's a much more of a bigger space. It doesn't have to be huge. Obviously, every singer's different, like the space, every singer's different, whatever feels comfortable to you. But if we're trying to squeeze that amount of chest dominant connection in there for that belt, if we're trying to squeeze that all in a I can't get the style, this note.
In my shoes, walk and sleep.
Sleep. If we're trying to squeeze it, it doesn't sound very good. It's going to be a little bit of a struggle. So sleep. If we're just opening it, we're going to be able to play with it a lot more.
Snakes in my shoes, walk and sleep. In my youth, I pray to keep heaven.
Ellie? Was that you? I knew it. That was so beautiful. I know we're going to go back. It's just because I knew that was coming, so I had to stop just to prepare. Okay, we're going to listen to it a little bit. But I love how we get this beautiful big ascend riff up from Anthony. Then we get just pure choral ensemble vocal And then we go into this next part.
In my shoes, walk and sleep. In my youth, I pray to keep heaven sent Halloween. No one sings like you anymore. Black hole sun.
They're so like chestful. Okay. More. Where was that lyric? Anymore. No one sings like you. Words. I love, again, all these vowel modifications. Ellie's beautiful. Scratchy throat just then. Ellie's beautifully belting this top note more. If we were to close it too soon, again, it's going to feel squeezed. So we're just going to open up to this ma, like an ah vowel. That is a great vowel to belt on. Get onto it straight away. So we're having the most amount of fun as we can on those notes. Look at this placement. This, I think, is that on heaven? He says heaven and hell, so I'm not sure which word this particular shot is from. But look at this, the tongue just flat where it needs to be, not crunched up. It's just beautiful.
I pray to keep heaven sent Halloween. No one sings like you anymore.
That bass line.
Black hole sun, won't you come and wash away the rain?
All these layers, we have to listen to it again. There's so much happening.
Black hole sun, won't you come and wash away the rain?
Ooh, again, listen to that drop from Jeff. He's somewhere there. I love all these like classic voice play kind of the offbeat of a like BV line. We get one word on an offbeat, and then it doesn't happen again. They actually continue singing, so it kind of keeps us a little bit on like it's just not predictable. Like it's their sound, but we don't know where it's gonna go. So I love how we're always on edge as to what they're gonna show us.
Won't you come and wash away the rain?
Oh, solo. Love that. I love those glottal onsets that we get from Anthony there on camera wise. We're kind of panning to each as they have a little solo ad-lib moment, but we had a lovely glottal break from Anthony on like we get the sun word broken up, which was cool. So each of them showcasing something a little bit different within those lines. Let's see where we go now. Hang my head. Just call me Jeff. Don't. These hits from Lane, just going through each of the different sections, so groovy. I love it with the
hang my head, drown my fears, till you all just disappear.
No. Those mini crescendos within the words. Ooh, I love how we get that broken chord ascending. Dum, 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 dum. Where's that second note?
Hang my head, drown my fears, till you all...
There is two. It's really just nice holding on to that broken chord as Jeff does his thing, then he drops. I don't know where he's going.
Hang my head, drown my fears, till you all just disappear.
Black hole sun, won't you come and wash
I thought it was going to be like a dum 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 dum. Dum, 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 dum. I love that. Oh, but just before, just having those separate entrances from everyone with the separate words as we kind of crescendo on those notes, really soft, getting ready for that major hit. I love that.
Like old sun,
Shake.
won't you come and wash away the rain? Like old sun, won't you come? Won't you come? Like old
What? Go on, sing to the gods. What? Look at that drop of the won't. Imagine if I was like, won't. E flat 5. Ellie, have you checked your vocal folds? I would love to see what's going on. I just want to see them. Yeah, as open as we can. It's kind of like if we just were to take the word out, as am just now. Obviously, the lyric is won't you come? What? If we were just to go what? We're still essentially that's what he's doing. We're just crying on the note. There's heaps of that whine to make sure that the vocal folds are resisted. If we're gonna let too much breath seep through and we actually hear that breath, we're just not gonna get a really lovely, strong belt, which is obviously what we need. If we have too much pressure on the vocal folds and they're too heavy, we're going to feel that strain and pull. It's so beautifully light, but so epic. Even here, how he builds it. No, I was not ready for that as well. Don't listen to me. Oh wait, let go, son. That's cool. I think he flips there. So with Caesar being a little bit lower, everything was a little bit more on that chest connection. With Anthony, we actually had a very soft breath-led riff. Then right in the last few, we grabbed hold of that chest voice so fast. The agility. Won't you come? Won't you come? Like old sun. Oh, it's right in the middle. I love that sustain there from Caesar. As everyone else, this is what is so wonderful about these arrangements. There's so much going on that you can listen to it all the time and hear something new. Pick out new things that if you just focus on one line, track one, just to see what they're doing. There's so much going on. But when you listen to it as a whole, it's not like it's ever too much. There's a lot going on that your brain has to be like, whoa, but you do have moments like Caesar was just on one note there. It's not like all of them are doing mad, crazy stuff that it just becomes too much to handle for our brains. Caesar was on one, and everything else is going around. So they do. I just love that. It's not about always putting everything on the plate. Love that. Wait, I loved Anthony doing the. Coming back up, that riff, oh my goodness. I loved that ending. There was like some like right at the end. We have this lovely big kind of overlapping section with all the tenors just again ad-libbing, showing off. I loved that. Then having that kind of like motive coming back, finishing off with Lane kind of bringing us in for this end section. Oh, so good. And that drop from Jeff. Oh, and it's like a doesn't hold on, it kind of comes off straight away. Nice.
In my youth I pray to keep
I love hearing these versions because you can really hear everything without like the lead vocals, which they do have over on their Patreon, should you wish. So go check it out. Won't you come? What? Oh, so good. I love, yeah, those like subtle crescendos within the words are so cleverly done. I love that. As always, it's been a pleasure from VoicePlay, checking in, seeing how everyone's doing, what cover you've got for us this week. Yes, I absolutely loved that. I cannot wait to see what's next. And thank you everyone for watching this video and being a part of today's upload. If you did enjoy it, please go and click on that subscribe button, the bell button, and the thumbs up button. Remember, my Patreon page link can also be found in the description below, as well as the link to my GoFundMe page. Yes, more original music is coming soon, and I'm so excited to share with you some updates very soon. I will see you very soon for another video. Bye!